Okay, so we have a brand new adventure today here. It's kind of windy today and overcast, snowing a little bit earlier. Much cooler than the last time we were here. You can see the river's up just a little bit, but it's still clear. Beautiful bend right here. Great place for a fort, but not so much for a fight. Anyway, you know the history of the place. What I'm going to do today is go ahead and get signals, dig the holes, and we'll just go over it together and get like 4 or 5 at a time. In fact, I already have some set up here. 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5 holes right here, maybe one down there, that already had a good signal. Flipped the dirt over. I haven't looked at it yet. We're gonna look at it together for the very first time. But this helps me with the camera and the battery, and also it's so windy, and you know when Todd's talking, we're not talking over each other because I can kind of space my my rambles. Let's grab the machine. We'll go over and check out the first holes. Okay, I'm ready. We got 2 targets close together. I'm going to let you kind of listen to them as best I can. Shouldn't put my shovel so close, but this is the first one, I believe. Nope, it's probably this loose dart. Got something there. It's 57, 59, so it's not going to be iron. And something at the very top of that that's not iron. So let's go ahead and dig those. Now I actually have already dug a couple of nails that when I popped them out of the ground, I could tell they were just nails. I could see them, so I just put them in a bag. Not too much of interest, you know what I mean? For you guys anyway. All right, somewhere in the loose dirt. There must be a musket ball. See a little bit of, or lead anyway. All right, what we have here is a piece of melted lead. Now this is an area where we think there was a building. You can see a little bit of a rise right here. And Todd spent a lot of time, and over there as well. And Todd spent a lot of time digging melted lead in here one day. There's buttons and stuff too, so don't give up hope yet. Let's just kind of go over to the next one. There's probably another piece of tiny lead right in here. I have gloves on today because it was really windy. No, it's not lead, is it? Ah, looky, that's a little piece. This is a piece of brass. When I first saw it, I thought it might be like a piece of a shoe buckle, but that's like a little belt buckle, I think. I'll just give it a quick rub on this seam. You know about the seams. Okay, it's highly melted, whatever it is, so that could have been most anything. But it's definitely brass. We'll get that cleaned up and you'll get a picture, don't worry. And just scoot over to the next one. Now this was a big hole, and I know some of you guys are going to be upset about the big hole, but that's just what happens sometimes. This is iron. But I like to dig the iron too because it could tell part of the story. You know what? Actually, what we're hearing might have been underground. I don't know, I'm hearing some little beeps too right in here, so. Okay, here's a piece of iron. And it is another one of those big, I don't want to call them nails, but some type of spike with a very wide head. Very crude. I would say it's definitely from the correct period. Make sure that's the only thing I heard here. Yeah, that was probably it. Okay, off to the next. Not too far away. You can see some rocks out here. Well, I've got 2 of them right here, so let's check the little one first. I'll tell you one thing. When I have both headphones on and I'm concentrating, I can hear the things a lot better. You know, when I have one cup off, I'm trying to talk and make a video, it's a little bit tougher. That's why sometimes this looks a little goofy. You know, it takes me a while to find these things because I'm concentrating on other things. It's not in there. Yeah, something really, really small right in here. Maybe that's it, huh? It's really tiny. Could be just a little splash of lead, maybe. I can't even pick it up. Yeah, this probably, is that it, you think? No, right here though. Well, I hate gloves. It's really, I can't feel the weight of the object in my hands. That might be it there. Nope, when I have gloves on. Yeah, so we moved it. It's really small. Right in here. I'm gonna drop some. Still in here. Drop some more. Dropped it. God, that's probably it right there. It isn't. It's in here. Okay, I can feel the weight now. So we got another little piece of lead. Small little piece of melted lead. And 2 more holes. Let's see what this one is. Did we already get this one? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, okay. I actually saw this, but I didn't pick it up yet because I wanted you guys to see it. It's a big, big, heavy spike. It looks almost like a railroad spike, but obviously it isn't, and it's much older. All right, I think it was all that was in this hole. You can see all the rust stains and nice dark soil here. I think this is the last one right here that I haven't covered. Oh, it's over here actually. All right, that is, I'm not sure, but you know what? I found a piece of this like the second day I was out here. Now, I wasn't able to determine if it was from the 1700s or from the 1900s, and I'm not sure about this either. It's really light. It's not aluminum. Could be zinc. I'm not sure about that, but I have another piece of that for sure at home. If you look here, this is a flake of chert or flint, and I've been finding some arrowheads out here. If you've been watching the videos, you've seen me find them, and we'll keep our eyes open today for more. All right, I'm going to close these things up. I'll get 5 or 6 more targets, and we'll go from there, unless I find something phenomenal or really interesting before then, and then I'll get you out. We'll see you in a few minutes. I decided to work my way over back toward the boat and take a chance and just work this section right along the dump. You can see just tons of holes, so there's a lot of targets. And the reason I avoided this area before is because, of course, there's a lot of junk here, but there seems to be artifacts all the way down into it. I did want to show you one interesting thing, though. Well, 2 down here in the dump. You hear me talk about stones that are fire reddened or have been in fires. They get a red color to them. This is a perfect example of stones that were freshly in a fire because the farmer had some type of, probably burning this trash out here and logs and whatnot. And you see how they get red looking. And those will stay red looking for pretty much ever. A piece of brass there. If someone were to dig those up 200 years from now, they would know that there was a fire here. I just saw that green thing, thought it might be brass. Another thing that caught my eye as I was walking by here is this stone here. It looks like it's cut. That could be a natural formation, but yeah, it probably is. It almost looks square, too square to be natural, but I'm probably off on that. All right, I got to change out get some fresh batteries for the detector. We're gonna jump back over here and see what's in the holes, and keep on trucking. I know I always rave about. Rave's a good thing? No, I guess you can rave about bad things, about people who make or have videos where it's all you do is dig. That's what you get in the last couple of videos. And I do apologize for that, but it's a creature of this particular site. Let me check for some batteries. I'll get right back with you. I don't know if I've showed you this or not, but I'm using the Garrett AT Max today. I have on 0 program, 0 discrimination, maximum sensitivity. Headphones are on. You see I have 1 bar on the battery indicator. That's why I want to change them out. But I'm just going to leave it like that for now so that we get the signals out of the hole. Well, out of the holes, and then we can start fresh with a brand new pack when we start looking for more stuff. I guess it also proves to you you can find stuff on 1 bar. Anyway, there's something here. Every hole has some type of surprise. It's so much different when I don't have both headphones on. All right, so something small right there. Let's see if we can figure out what that is. Oh, by the way, I do know some of these have junk because I could see it, but I have one target that's going to be really good. Well, it could be really good. That's a big brassy thing. All right, I'm going to actually set the camera down this time. I don't know why I haven't done that before. And where's the zip through here? This is probably right in the grass. Yeah, it's right in the grass. So it could be a piece of aluminum from this dump. Gosh, small. Squeaky though. Oh yeah, there it is. Probably. It's not it. That wasn't it. It's still in my hand. Okay. Oh, it's a button. I think that's a button. I do believe, but it's a very modern button. That's off of, God, I've seen those before. It's cloth covered, tin back. It could be 1950, but certainly not 1850. All right, 1 down. Kind of crawl across to the next one. I don't remember. Some of these I can actually see the targets, but I think it's in this loose stuff. Let me see. Yeah, something minuscule. Set you down. Very small, something very small in here. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Ooh. And this, I'm going like put in front of the camera. I'm such an idiot. Well, I shouldn't say moron. I guess that's not politically correct. Anyway, so what we have here is a very small piece of melted brass. Sorry for sounding like I'm talking like that, but my nose is running like crazy. Yeah, melted brass. That's Fort stuff for sure. And we're gonna just kind of crawl right down the line. Sorry, I told you my nose was running. We'll just crawl down the line like I told you. Just like this. You gotta come over here, dudes. I think we got something good in this hole. I'll wait for you. Actually, it isn't. I can see it. I'm trying to dig up as much of the iron as I can find in here because we haven't found any like lock plates or parts to guns other than a few small pieces that definitely came off of old-timey guns, but no lock plates or lock hammers or anything like that. So here's a nice piece of iron, and it is a broken horseshoe. And again, this is like the old style. You can see how wide it is. It's very much wider than the ones you find from like the 1800s, and it's flat. Small horse. So, yep, horseshoe. Oh, yeah, I can see this one too. This one isn't so wonderful. And you can probably hear Todd in the background, but I want to get all this done. So, this is a pocket knife, and it is actually not that old. So that probably belongs to the farmer who owns a farm, and I will give this back to him next time I see him. I can't tell if that's like a maker's mark right there, or or somebody carved something into it. Almost looks like it was like someone carved it. But this knife has not been out here long. Not much rust on it. I mean, you could clean that one back up. I'd probably be happy to get this back. I'm gonna leave this right here. When I fill in the holes, I'm gonna throw this over by my pack. Just like that. All right, I'm gonna move the shovel. Got 3 holes right together here. Let's see this one. Boy, I tell you, it just doesn't sound so good anymore. It just sounds like it could be a piece of iron, but let's go ahead and dig this hole out. Like I said, it's so much different with when I'm trying to, yeah, this is definitely just there it is right there, it's a piece of iron. And it is, boy, I don't know, that looks almost like a key, doesn't it? Like the part of a key, like the rest of it would go out that way. Probably isn't, but this could absolutely be from the fort. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a little fighting knuckle or something. I guess I should go like that. All right, we're going to bag that one because I think that definitely is fort related. Okay. Decent little squeak here, but it's small. It should be right in here. Maybe in my hand. Nope. It's close to the loop. Oh, there it is. I actually picked it up and dropped it right in front of the camera. So this is a tiny or small, like a little tomback button. I do believe it's made out of tomback, which is a type of metal. That's a good period button right there, no doubt. All right, I think oh yeah, okay, this is the good one. And I'm not sure what it is, but I can see it. Can you see it? Tell me the truth now. Okay, it's right here. It's a big old piece of, I thought it might be a coin, but I think it's actually going to be a button probably. Big button, yeah, that's what it is. Got the shank on the back, or where the loop was attached. That's a nice big old button. Don't think there's going to be any type of design on it, but that's definitely a period. It's interesting how many are broken that we're finding in here. A lot of broken ones. Look at that. A little impression it made. All right, one more, I think 2 more holes. And we'll keep crawling. All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, something right in the top. I'm gonna set you down. Something right in the top here, so. Oops, no, that's not it. There it is right there. You can see, just a little bit, but you can see there's some greenish color right here. So it's probably another piece of brass or a button. Looks kind of roundish there, so I think it's a button that popped down onto the ground in front of the camera. Isn't that funny? I cannot see it right now. Can you guys see it? I mean, that's the impression that it made. I think it popped down here, and I haven't even touched anything. It's like disappeared. Very strange. Just take our time here, see what happened. Yeah, see, it's right here. I mean, it must be under the dirt. How did that happen? Unless it's not what I thought it was. I mean, it looked like a button. Wait, that's not it. Okay, that's it. The pinpoint. Well, you know, that could actually be another target that I'm hearing, but I don't think so. Can you guys see it? Oh, here it is. All right, if it is a button, it's not a whole button, but it looks like it might be some melted brass, so it's probably a melted button. We dropped it. I guess it's going to be a melted button of some sort. Not positive on it though, but it's a melted something. Two more down here. Oh yeah, this was something, another big piece of iron that I dug. I was kind of hoping that it might be the end of like a musket barrel. It doesn't appear to have a taper though, and it's very thin. So I'm guessing it's more related to this dump right here, like maybe a chair leg or something. But, and this is an important lesson for everyone, I don't really know what it is for sure, so I'm going to save it until I can get it identified. I think it's a chair leg, but I don't know it's a chair leg. Alrighty, one more. Oh yeah, I see that one too. But it's a good one. This is a piece of cast iron cooking kettle. It's about the 5th or 6th one that I found pieces over the course of this investigation so far. And really what's surprising to me is I haven't found more. It looks like there's only one kettle that was broken. So I might be able to put it together and be kind of a cool little relic. Oh yeah, I don't know if I told you about this. There's a thing called the Lost Mountain Treasure something festival down here. And it relates to these two forts that fell, and that one of the captive women from the other fort, these people were all killed, said that the Indians took all of their treasure, which were probably in buttons and a few coins, and put it in a cast iron pot and buried it on the way back to Ohio. Now, why they didn't carry it along, I don't know. They had slaves that could have carried it for them, I don't know. But that's a legend here in local areas. There's lost treasure in the mountains buried in one of these pots. I don't really cotton to that idea, if you know what I mean, because I think they would have just carried it with them because they were carrying a lot of plunder. Why get rid of the good stuff? Okay, here's what we're going to do now. I just had to get a fresh battery, of course. I got a couple of holes opened up over here that we're going to check out, and then I'm going to start exploring the outer fringes of the fort area that we have been detecting. Lots of holes in here that we dug. There's still targets in here, but I'm getting kind of where I want to find some fresh ground. I don't know if we've actually gone all the way out past where the relic should be. In fact, my last video here, I was on the edge, and as far as we went, I found some pretty cool stuff. So 3 or 4 holes here, and then we're gonna start walking. Oh yeah, and another thing, before we go today, I want to try to do a separate video on digging out or exploring at least one of the features that I have found. There's 3 or 4 places here that I've dug down, and there's stuff there below the plow line. It could be the palisade wall, could be part of a building, could be a privy, I don't know. But I want to dig at least one of those out today just so I get a feel for what's here, because I haven't done that yet. All right, couple targets. Numero el uno. Well, I can see that one. Look, it's right there. All right, this is a big brassy thing. And boy, I tell you, not exactly sure. I think it's part of a gun, actually. I think that's part of the trigger guard, but I'm not 100%. You can see it's obviously broken in several places. Yeah, of course it is. I think it would have gone like that, probably. Well, let me just say probably. Anyway, nice little find. Almost, maybe we should stay here. I could have ants in my pants, so I got to keep moving. All right, another target up here. Actually, 2 targets. It's kind of a mess. I think I saw one of these. It was a piece of iron, but I wanted to show it to you. See, I can't even find it now. Here it is over here. Actually, I didn't see this, but here it's just a piece of iron, but I thought we'd just dig it together. Yeah, I think it's going to be that fence wire. Unfortunately, there's a ton of this wire right in this area. There's some good relics, but I'm getting kind of tired of listening to it. And there's just tons of it right here. It's from that trash pile, of course. I'll make it nice and pretty. I think this is the last one. Ooh, oh my gosh, that is a, that, my friend, is a squeaker. You know what? Let's look at the meter. Oh, I can see it. Never mind. Right here is another piece of brass. It is, you know, I think that, again, is probably part of a trigger guard. But you notice one thing that's very interesting. Well, you can't see it really until I flip it over. It's melted. So I do believe this is a piece of a trigger guard or a musket, you know. And it's melted just slightly. And I have other pieces of this, so they might actually go to all of the one thing. It's really weird that they're smashed in such small pieces. I think that's all I had dug out here. Might have another hole, but Well, let's just walk over there and look. I don't have the metal detector with me. Never mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close these things up good, and then we're going to go for a little walk, try to get a couple targets. I'm going to go over to the area where I found 2 arrowheads. Well, 1 arrowhead and a like spear point or a knife blade, real nice shape. I posted them on Facebook and Instagram right when I found them. And one of the guys, sorry I can't remember who it was, responded and said that the little triangular thing, the point, is an arrowhead. And I don't know if he said it or someone else, but they said it could date to the 1700s. So it is possible that that little arrowhead that I found was shot into the wall or a person. It was right on the other side of the fort there. The other one was like, 5,000 years old or something like that. So it a little predates the fort. All right, I'm gonna wander around. Kind of moving through the fort area on the way to the fringes, and I have a good signal, so let's just go ahead and do a live dig. I haven't done one of those in a while. Nice little signal right there. I think it's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna set you up. A lot of rocks in here, naturally. You've seen them. Or a bigger hole than I should have made for this thing, but there we go. Should be right. Oh, there it is. Look. Can you see it? Right there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, yeah, it's right there, and it's a button. And it was right in the middle of the area of the fort that both Todd and I have gone over a million times. So it just goes to show you that there's plenty of targets left in here. Wow, that's awesome. I might take, well, Todd's fired and back up again, so I have to get a little bit further away from him. So I took about 3 feet. 3 feet. I'm already tired. It's probably 9 or 10 in the morning. Took about 3 steps and got a decent signal, so I went ahead and dug it, and I got a hole that has at least 2 good targets in it, and I think it might be more in the area. So let's just hang out here for a minute. We're still in the area influence of Todd, so we have to hurry before he starts talking. He's digging away. I shouldn't pick on him so much. All right, we got 2 targets here. This is actually the second one that came out of the hole. All right, that's right there. It's a musket ball. You can see it. That's one of those smaller caliber musket balls. And I'll get you a good picture and a caliber on it. You can see this is a sprue, but that is, non-fired. It's been dropped. Looks like a marble. That's why they call them clay marbles. The old timers say, yeah, we should find clay marbles out there. Musket balls. Anyway, there's something here, but this is a squeaky like it's going to be brass. I think. It wasn't so squeaky there, was it? Just kind of knock it off the top, see if we can just see the greenness of it, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, so it fell off already. It's not very big, so I'll put it right here. Not the cow manure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set you down probably. I think it fell off. It's so much harder to do, and like I said, I keep saying that, but it really is. Maybe I knocked it over there. Nah, it's there. Hold on a second. Let me find it real quick. Actually, I haven't found it right yet, but I took the clod away, and it's right in this area right here. Pretty small, though. Maybe it's in here. Nope. Nope. Boy, you know what? I bet you my metal... There it is right there. Oh. So it's a little piece of... Oh, no, it's a hole button. That is... I think that's a button. It's going to be like a vent hole button or some type of button, because it is a shank, and guess what? It's melted. So we're inside the fort, musket ball, melted button. Keep in mind, this button could have actually been on somebody when it got melted. Or, obviously could have been in a pile of clothes tucked away in a dresser drawer too. But they usually have a lot of clothes, so it could as easily been on somebody, which is kind of shaky to think about. All right, I'm going to check the hole. I think there's more targets right in this area, so we'll probably just hang out here for a minute. That's a little hump where Todd was digging a bunch of melted lead, and I think we're clearly in the where the fort stood. But I'm just you can almost see lines. You can almost see a line going across the field right here. But we did find melted stuff on the other side of it. So I doubt that is part of the perimeter. But you never know. Give me a few minutes. We'll find some more stuff right in this area. I'm about 3 feet away from where I found that bullet and that button. Here's another button. Little tiny guy. But he's cute. Shank's broken off the back. Alrighty. Let's keep hunting around here for a few minutes. Nice big deep hole here. And got something small, got some kind of small. I'm gonna take a chance. It's not just a piece of melted lead with you. I can't promise you. It's in my hand. Can I see it? I don't see it. Actually, I might be hearing something that's not, no, there's something right there. It's not dug yet, I was thinking. I mean, how small could it be? There it is, little piece of melted lead. God, I think it was deep. Look how deep that hole is. I'm gonna double check it just to make sure it's not something else here, but I think that's all it was, really. Huh. All right. So I'm getting outside the area that we've really dug the most, and I just dug a small pewter button. It's really heavily corroded. I think this will predate any type of insignia or like regimental numbers on a button, but yeah, it's a nice little button right there. Still finding stuff. Outside the fort area for sure now, there are actually no dig holes over here at all. So I think neither one of us has really ventured over here because we haven't had to yet. But a nice signal here. Nice solid signal. Sounds almost like a musket ball to me. What do you think? That's my guess. Kind of has that deep sound that musket balls often do. Is that it right there? Yeah, it is. It's a musket ball. Definitely fired. So, fired musket ball here. Did it hit, if it was part of the battle, did it has that little weird mark, no it didn't. Did it hit the palisade wall and drop? If so, that means, you know, if we're digging in here, finding most of the stuff, everything's petering out all the signals, but was a palisade wall over there further? Like where I'm standing? I don't think so. I don't think it was this big, but yeah, well, fired musket ball. So I have a really big signal here. You know, a big solid signal, and you know, it might be iron, in fact, it might be some rust, but as I'm digging down, I'm finding pieces of work stone. Right there's one. Well, actually, it's the only one I found, but I saw a piece of something sticking out here. Yeah, it's just a flake. But anyway, yeah, it's a different sounding target than I've dug out here in a while. I mean, it could very well just be iron, but it is iron. But I don't think this is the only one. So this is a pot shard. This is from a cooking vessel. The only other ones I've found are over with Tauta's by the boat. Found a number of them. So I think there's going to be a couple more signals in here just like this. So this might be a good area to search as well. I'm going to go ahead and cover this over because I think the other signal was on the other side. I just fill in that hole. It's just like a piece of iron or something. I couldn't actually even find it, but just filling it in, this popped out of the soil. At least I saw the blackness of it. And that's a nice little point right there. Look at that baby. This is actually really close to where I found two the last time we were here, just before we left. And I found them the same way, just digging a hole like that. I think we'll be down here doing a little sifting here before it's over, I reckon. That's a beauty. There's the first shotgun shell I found out here. Hi. Just a few feet from where, I better pick that up too, I guess, from where I found that arrowhead. But beautiful signal. See any arrowheads? Oh, yeah. All right. Well, this is kind of an odd duck right here. It's mostly iron, I think, but it's like the corner off of something. I don't recognize that for anything, any type of relic that I can identify. Might even have a design there. And I also got a couple square nails out of that hole. Oh, maybe it's some type of box. Oh, so they buried the treasure. Maybe they didn't bury it in the kettle. Maybe they buried it in a box, and this is one of the corners. I think we should check the hole. See some charcoal. Yeah, still more signals in there. I'm gonna keep digging. So I just found this down about 6 or 8 inches. A little castor wheel. What do you think the chances of that being French and Indian War? You see with a straight face. It's amazing though, because it was down a ways, so that field was plowed, you know, since this thing was made. And that can't be that old. It's got a rubber wheel on it. Okay, well, I've been zigzagging and going all around the field and haven't really been digging too much. I've been trying to, you know, probe beyond the perimeters of where we've actually been finding stuff. and I'm just not getting any further out successfully. I've even gone the other side of that, probed out that way, I mean all the way around, kind of almost, didn't go up the next hill. I'm saving that. So I got something else going on there, I think, but I went to the bottom of the ravine. You know, circling back around where we have found most of our finds, and I'm finding a little bit of melted lead, and I just actually dug a button. And just up from the boat, I mean, you see all the holes. I dug a little, nice little button right here. And I don't think this is what I was actually hearing. I think it was just deeper in the hole. I haven't checked the dirt yet. See, there's all kinds of flint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dig this out a little bit and see what's here. What's that? Big piece of flint. And see what's here. They had a palisade wall here. It had to run right through here pretty much. So I'm telling you, tons of relics where I'm standing. See, the soil's dark and stuff all up through here, but you get over by the fence and it disappears. There's no more relics. From about right here, from about this line over, I mean, it's like it stops and just like pull tabs and junk. There's some iron, but all of the buttons and lead and other cool stuff that we're finding are pretty much here. So if there's a wall, it's going to be right along the edge of this fence, I think. Pretty much where I'm standing. So we're going to have to dig that up. I'm not going to do that today because it's too late in the day, but we'll come back and do that. And I suspect we'll find it right along here. There's a lot of rocks too, you can see. But yeah, nice little button. Let's check this hole. I'm going to dig it out a little bit more. We'll check it with a metal detector. You know, the funny thing is, I think that little button that was way down there is what I was hearing, because there's not any other targets that I'm hearing with a metal detector in here. A couple of like little chirps, pieces of maybe pieces of a nail, but I think it was a button. Anyway, you see I'm down a ways, nice rich soil, lots of charcoal and stuff in it, but it's very hard right there, and that's a plow zone, plow line, so there was no palisade wall here unless it was a very shallow one, and that would not have supported a 10 or 15 foot tall tree trunk. I'm suspecting it's between here and the fence. I might go ahead and dig that over just a little bit here, just kind of trench that way. I don't really have the shovel that I want though. I got that, regular digging shovel. And I'd prefer to have, I got a square bladed one that's really good for, you can cut nice clean edges and look at the soil profiles. And that's really what we're searching for is, the difference in the profiles of the soil. But we might give it just a quick shot, just for the heck of it. Then I'm going to call it a day on this video. I think I might go down to the river and float around for a while. It's been a fun hunt though, it really has. Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision here and call the shots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trench this out and look for that wall right here. But I'm going to do it on another video because the one I have right now is already probably an hour long. Well, maybe not an hour, but I've got it started. You can see the fresh dirt down there, the plow zone, and I'm going to drag it this way right up to the fence if I have to, about that wide, and down to the bottom. So if you want to see me do that, you're going to have to wait. There'll be a video coming up, I promise. I think it's going to be a good one too. I think we're going to hit it. See you on the next one.
And I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is, or